How's it going, folks? This is Robin from Addiction to Wet Flies. Um, Tonight I'm going to tie up the wee mayfly. I've just tied up one of them just before. I'm doing this one here, and that's the first one tied up. There's three hackles in total in this one here. Okay. I'm using the first in the shoulder hackle. It'll be standard, just a plain partridge, and then I'm going to go for a medium olive for the head hackle, and then I've got a sooty olive for the body hackle, and then I've got a mix of just as plain dubbing. So it's actually a glass dubbing, and I've got a wee mix. There's a wee mix of like UV a mix I put into it, like, just to get it up, just a wee bit of a flash, and then just a normal. I've used quite a bit of this one here, this pheasant tail, and I've got a oval wire, gold wire, okay, for the body. Okay, so it's a size 10 hook in, and it's black thread we're going with. Okay, and we'll start it off. We'll work our way down, just leave a wee bit in the head there, work our way down towards the bend of the hook. Okay, I'm just going till about where your bobbin is going to come level with the barb of the hook. Alright, and then I'm going to go with about 6 strands of the pheasant tail, maybe just slightly more even. I always like to get a couple more in. It's the first thing that gets broke on your fly. Okay, and I turn them, but the bend goes up the way. Okay, and then we're going to tie in a wee bit of oval wire or oval tinsel. Okay, we'll work our way up a wee bit, up the body a wee bit, and doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be dubbed there. So look, and sometimes these flies, any fly, there's a lot of perfectionists out there, and I have them sitting perfect, and they're like a photographed fly, you know what I mean, like for in a magazine or whatever, and it's all great. It's lovely when you're doing them sort of presentations, but when you're putting your fly out on the water, you know what I mean, it doesn't care whether it's in a magazine or not. So they're not looking show horses, they're not show flies, whatever way you want to put it. So in this here today, by the way, I'm using this wee bobbin holder that I'm using. I've been using these here now for a few months from Fly Supplies. They're an absolute fantastic holder. He's got them on his website there, Fly Supplies. Also, they're on Facebook, and I'm not sure, I think they could be on TikTok. If not on TikTok, it'll be on my TikTok page, and every video you'll see that I've been tying from I started doing these wee videos. This is a wee bobbin holder that I've been using, and they're well balanced. Great wee. He has other tools as well. He has razors, scissors, and things like that there, you know what I mean. So we're gonna go till about there, and then we're gonna get a nice cock haggle. So we're going roughly about just over halfway, 3/4 of the way up. Okay. This is a great fly for pulling pulling through a wave, big wave, and the mayfly are on. Couple of turns here on the first one, and then we'll work our way down the body. About 3 or 4 turns. There you go, and then we'll bring a wire to catch that in. Okay, and bring it up to 3, hopefully about 4, up the turns. Okay. Bring everything back. Okay, and then we're going on just with this, the natural hackle first of the partridge, natural partridge. I would also probably do a couple up the opposite way that I'm doing this, so we could put on the natural one on now. I would probably just pull that there and broke that. Could also do the olive partridge hackle first. I would do a couple that way as well. It doesn't you say there's no hard and fast rules. You just make the wee fly up to suit you, but whenever they're on and they're on the feed, you know, sometimes something different. Everybody could be using the same thing, and I always find, you know, something a bit different. Sweating the fingers and just bringing the hackle back. I'm just doing a couple of turns of this one. Okay. You look at the fly and you're making your fly, and it looks going. You look at it and you're going, it's a wee bit wide looking. You know, but don't worry. You just. And we're gonna go on with the olive one. We'll be looking one a wee bit bigger on the wing than what they have right there. Should have had this out, but here we go. There's a nice long one there. And so that's the olive. As bigger on it. I want to bring this so it's going to be coming nearly over top of that one. You know what I mean? So tie that in. Remember, folks, whenever you're doing these, you're not in a big race, you know what I mean? Different whenever I'm trying to tie them to make a wee video or something, you know what I mean? They're trying to go a wee tad quicker, like, but I'm trying to explain. I'm going along, I'm still sort of, I'm the new boy in town at this, still at this, like, you know, as I'm doing the videos. And a couple of nice turns there, that there. Like that'll do it. Okay. And just wet your fingers and bring everything all back. And then we'll start working on a wee head. go. And then get our finish bit in. And then I'll just give it a wee, always got a wee go with a lighter. And then I get my toothbrush. I have my own toothbrush, but I give it a wee brush out. And then we'll go with a drop of varnish. I'll put a photograph of all the materials so I will in the video. Just clear out your eye now. And I'll give it a couple of coats. This will be getting a couple of coats. There you are, guys. Nice wee mayfly there, and there's his brother or sister to go with him. So I'll do up probably half a dozen. These easier for my own box. So, and anyway, not long till we're running into the season. 15th of February for me on Lough Melvin. God spurs me, I'll get up and hopefully get up on the first day of the season and see what way the weather is anyway, till the next one. There you go, there's a wee mayfly. So a nice wee one to tie up, not too hard. We're getting a couple more hackles into them, you know. So okay folks, thanks very much for watching, and please subscribe, it helps the wee channel grow.